Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Carolina, and whether you're in college, just started your first job, or you're figuring out how to manage your money, this presentation is for you. So, personal finance might seem a little bit overwhelming. There are a lot of terms out there, apps, opinions, especially in social media, and you might not know where to begin. Well, this presentation is for you. You're not alone. The first thing I want you to ask yourself is, why does financial independence mean to you, or what does it matter to you? I used to think financial independence or wealth meant just having money, but it actually means freedom. So, freedom to choose where you live, what you do, and who you spend time with. It is really important to ask yourself, why does it matter, or what does it look like for you before starting your financial plan? So here's a quick stat. Investing just $100 a month starting at age 25 can grow to up to 250,000 by age 65. And we're going to talk about that more in a minute. So the truth is, the financial habits you build now, yes, now in your early 20s and 30s, can really set the stage for your financial success in the future. So why starting early changes everything? So we have an example right here. Billy invests 250 per month between ages 25 and 65. He invested a total of 120,000. Susan, on the other hand, invests double the amount, so 500 per month between ages 45 and 65. So she's investing double, but she started 20 years later. Somehow she ended up investing the same amount as Billy, 120,000. So the question is, who ends up with more? So by the age of 65, Billy ended with way more money than Susan. The estimated account value is 909,000, and Susan ended with 326,000. And this is just assuming they invested in the S&P 500 with an 8% rate of return. So why is that? Why did Billy ended up with way more money than Susan? Because it's something called compound interest. So compound interest means your money earns interest, then that interest earns interest, and over time it grows like a snowball. So looking at this chart, Billy is this blue line right here. So Billy, by having that head start, he has a massive edge. He, like we said, just ends up with way more money. And Susan, even though she started investing double the amount than Billy, she just never catches up. So that's the importance of starting early and understanding the time value of money. And I really like this quote that says, you don't need to be rich to start. Starting, it's what helps you get rich. So another really quick example, if you start investing $100 a month when you're 20, by the time you're 60, you're going to have around 400,000. But what if you wait until you're 35 because you're making more money, because you have more disposable income? Well, the amount you would have at the end would be cut in half just because you started a little bit later. So we're going to share with you 3 habits that can help you build sustainable wealth. So the first one is to automate it. So life is busy, you're going to forget. That's why automation is your best friend. We recommend you set up auto transfers right after your payday. It could go to a high yield savings account. It could go to your Roth IRA. It could go to your investment account. Even if you're saving $25 a week, that adds up fast. Plus, if you automate it, you don't miss it. So like I said, try setting it up, an auto transfer for the day after payday. You're going to learn how to live on what's left, and then you're going to grow your savings on autopilot. The next one is to spend with intention. So your budget doesn't have to be something very complicated or a very complicated spreadsheet, or it doesn't have to mean a huge sacrifice. It only means to start being more aware of where your money is going to. So try the 50/30/20 rule. This is a very simple, easy to use budget guideline. So how it works is that 50% of your income should go to your needs. So housing, your rent, your mortgage, food, transportation, gas, medical bills. And then 30% of your income should go to your personal expenses, like fun, travel, entertainment, personal, family care, vacations, gifts, charity. And then 20% of your income should go towards paying off debt or your savings. And right here to the right, we have some percentages as a guideline you can use as well. For example, 35% of your income, that's the maximum of what your rent or your mortgage should represent out of your income, like I said. And if any of these categories you're spending more than the recommended percentage, it should be compensated by some other category that you're spending less than the recommended. And then number 3, know when to invest in. So a Roth IRA is a tax-free retirement account. It's great for someone who's young and just getting started. If you have a 401k at work and they offer a match, that's also a great way to start. That's basically free money. Or you can also have an investment account that has nothing to do with retirement for other goals. We do recommend 10 to 15% of your income goes towards retirement, but you can definitely start with less. For example, if you can only do 5% at the beginning, just start with 5 and you can start adding maybe 1% every year until you reach the goal of 10 to 15% of your income going towards retirement. And then another tip we can give you is to don't chase trends, just stay consistent. So avoid chasing hot stocks, trends, whatever you see on the internet. Just make sure you're diversified and you're consistent. That's what's important. Just like start small and stay consistent. And then 3 mistakes to avoid. Number 1, we hear this all the time, that you're going to wait to earn more before starting. For example, I'll start saving when I get a better job. I'll start saving when I make more money. The thing is, if you cannot save $10 out of a $1,000 paycheck, you're probably not going to save $100 out of a $5,000 paycheck. So habits do not scale with your income. They scale with your behavior. So make sure you start small, you build the muscle. Just start with what you have and what you can. Build the habit, not the amount. Just start saving something, even if it's $25 a week. Like I said, it adds up. Number 2 is carrying credit card debt. So credit cards can definitely be a trap if you're not careful. Debt slows you down. I would recommend paying any credit card debt before starting to invest. There are 2 ways you can go about it. The first one is to start with your higher interest rate and then work your way down. And then the second strategy is to start with your lowest amount and then work your way up. So those are 2 strategies you can use to pay off your credit card debt. And once you're done with that, you can start investing. And then number 3, thinking investing is too complicated. So you definitely do not need to be an expert to start. You don't have to be a financial professional. Like I said, you just need to start. If you need help with this number 3, we can definitely assist you, give you some guidance on where to start or what kind of account you can start with. And like I said, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Okay, so if you want to get started, here's a 30-day starter plan. So just to make it real practical, first one, you can open a Roth IRA or an investment account. Like I said, we're definitely here to help. If you need help with that one, we can help you set something up. Number 2, just save $100 or any amount you can and invest it. Number 3, track your spending for 1 month. So like I said, you do not have to start with a crazy complicated budget. Just start by tracking your spending for a couple of months. You can do that on a spreadsheet. You can get an app on your phone that helps with your budget. You can even do it on a piece of paper. Just write down what are you spending your money on. And then after a couple of months, you're going to start realizing where your money's going and if you need to make some adjustments. And then the last one is share your financial goal with a friend or a mentor. Accountability really doubles your chances of success. So make sure you share your goal with someone and they keep you accountable. So like I said, this isn't about perfection. It's just about building momentum and just building a habit. So time is your biggest asset. You don't need to make six figures to start. You don't need a finance degree to start investing. You just need to start. Make sure you start small, stay consistent, stay focused. If you need help setting something up, or if you have any questions about anything we discussed today, feel free to reach out to me or anyone in my team. You can send us an email or just give us a call. And thank you for coming.